Mr. President, I rise with a heavy heart to mark the passing of a pillar of Arizona's law enforcement community. When people think of the Old West, they often picture a Stetson-wearing lawman sitting astride his horse, keeping watch over his community. For generations of residents in southwestern Arizona, that lawman was Yuma County Sheriff Ralph Ogden. With his towering frame and trademark mustache, Sheriff Ogden looked every bit the part. But despite having an imposing physical presence, Sheriff Ogden was a kind, compassionate man, beloved by his deputies and celebrated by his community. After 4 years of distinguished service in the United States Marine Corps, Ralph Ogden began his 42-year law enforcement career as a dispatcher and a jailer in Parker, Arizona. A dedicated public service, he would eventually serve as chief deputy for 12 years. Ralph would go on to be elected to 5 consecutive terms as sheriff, with his 20-year tenure the longest ever in Yuma County history. Now, Sheriff Ogden always understood the importance of getting to know the community he served. He encouraged his employees to get involved in charities, religious groups, and service organizations. He valued teamwork. He recognized that no one can succeed on his own. Now, this philosophy of always having some other person's back was something he carried with him throughout his time in the sheriff's office, and it was reflected in the way he treated those around him. I was one who was fortunate to get to know Ralph over the last few years and learned a lot of what I know about the border and about law enforcement from that great man. Sheriff Ogden was known to write personal birthday and anniversary cards for each of his employees, just to show that he valued their service and their friendship, and to show that they were important to him. When asked about the benefits of serving in law enforcement, Sheriff Ogden said that when you go home tired and beat after a long day, you sleep well knowing that you did some good. Mr. President, Sheriff Ralph Ogden did a lot of good. I know that he is resting well. I yield back the balance of my time.